Okay, fantastic. Hello, how are you? How are you? This is Will. I've come here to share with you what I've been talking about now for several days, precisely maybe 5 days or more. We've been talking about stress. What happens with regards to stress, how stress happens, and how to manage stress. I'm not gonna go back to previous video. You watched the previous video. I'm gonna continue from where I stopped yesterday. I think I talked about behaviors, and before behaviors, I talked about reactions. I talked about emotional reactions. Some of the things that you can see that I am under stress, you are under stress, and the techniques, what to do. So yesterday I talked a little bit about comprehensive tests from your GP, some of the things that they use, questionnaires, histories, backgrounds, and then they ask you to explain about the scenarios that is causing this stress. It could be work-related stress, or it could be a social life-related stress, or it could be a family-related stress, or it could be a financial-related stress, or it could be a psychological-related stress. It could be a range of issues, or it could be an abusive stress. It could be childhood abuse, or it could be your experiences. It could be work-related abuse. It could be all sorts of range of things. But I've been talking to you why stress happen. For instance, I said to you, we have 3 levels of stress. We have the normal stress, then we have what we call the acute stress. Normal stress is normal day-to-day issues, challenges, which every one of us experiences, like school runs, or arguments, or financial issues, or to cook a meal. Or you'll be amazed what stresses a lot of people. And by the way, what stresses you will be different from what will stress other people. If each and every one of our stresses has got different capacity, or rather our capacity to manage stress is different. So my capacity might be higher, or it might be lower. You never know. So that is about the first level of stress. The second level of stress is the acute stress. And then from the acute stress, you got a chronic stress. Chronic stress is the one that the person can't see a way out. Constant family abuse, financial problems, poverty, immigration, debt management, under heavy debt. And people can't see a way out. So those are the chronic stress. And from chronic stress, what happened? I say to you, the next thing after that chronic stress is heart diseases, strokes, serious problems. So those are the downside of stress. And why stress happens, I said, is the natural chemicals in your body, such as the cortisol, epinephrine, and norepinephrine. And the perceived situation, all the threats, or the constant poverty, or the constant inability to meet your family needs, or the arguments, all of those stuff, when we see them, they build up these chemicals in our body to either fight or to flight. And then I gave us example. I said when the gazelle sees the lion, she knows, or he knows, he can't fight the lion, so he or she runs far away. based on the intensity of that adrenaline in the gazelle. They are pumped up, they are ready, and they run far away. And then when they run far away, they feel safe. Then they get to a state that we call the homeostasis, a state of calm and peace. They're not worried anymore because they've moved away from the threat. But we human beings, I said, we are not like that. If human being feels stress, they still carry that stress. Any little thing, that stress comes back. So, and if you constantly have these chemicals building up in your life, you will not be able to have a normal day-to-day stress. You're always on the intensive stress. And what happened? Your heart can't sustain it. Your mental capacity can't sustain it. So it is not sustainable. And what happened? Eventually, your body will give up. So, I said you need to manage stress. And there are a range of tools you need to manage stress. Some of the things I suggested for us is called Epsom salt. Epsom salt is a lavender mixed with Epsom salt. You put it on your bath, and that helps you to relax. Very good for relaxation. Or you can get a massage bag and use it. Or you can relax in a cool place. Or you can close your eye and just see yourself in the beach. See yourself in a holiday. Those are psychological that will help you. Or another thing again you can do, you can go for a massage therapist. And a massage therapist will look into all the deep pressure points in your body to relax them with essential oils. Or you go for aromatherapists to help you. Or you can go for counseling. Okay, you can speak to a counselor. Talking, that's what we call talking therapy. Talk to a counselor. Your counselor will help you, will discuss with you. You said a problem shared is half solved. You remember that? It's a great saying. A problem shared is half solved. It's better to shade than not to shade and suffer in silence. So, and we are human beings. We need other people. And I quote a guy, a great man, Don John. He said, "No man is an island entirely of itself, but every man is a piece of the continent and a part of the main. Therefore, one man's pain diminishes me, because I am part of mankind." He said, "Never fail to know to whom the bell tolled, he told for thee." So in other words, one tree cannot make a forest. We need other trees. So we need other people to support us, to stand with us. And by the way, when you ask for help, it does not mean that you are weak. It only means that you are strong. So ask for help. People will help you. Like me, I ask for help. Yes, when it's necessary, I ask for help. So it doesn't mean that you're weak. It only means that you're wise. It only means that you know how to maximize all of the tools that you have around you. I think it was Henry Ford. Henry Ford was someone to quote. And the haters said to Henry Ford, "You prove to the judge, prove to the court that you have the knowledge that you need to be able to sort out the cars." And we know Henry Ford doesn't know how to sort out everything about a car. He knows some things about a car, but what Henry Ford did was he assembled all of the great engineers that he can find because of his resources. And he put them together, and then they bring about this magnificent machine. So now the haters hate Henry Ford. So they summon him to court before a judge. And I don't know what type of judge will acknowledge their summon. Maybe he's trying to save the state money. But anyhow, they summoned him. Then they asked him, he said, Henry Ford, how do you think you can, the knowledge, do you have the necessary knowledge to bring about all of these gadgets, all of these machines together to get a car? He said, yes, I have the capacity to make a car. And I have. This is Ford. I have. And I'm going to do more stuff. They say, okay, explain. And you know what Henry Ford did? When Henry Ford came to the court, because of his great resources, a wealthy man, he brought all of the engineers on the left, all of the electricians, and all the different people on the right and the left. So he's loaded with all of the skills and knowledges. So they asked him, they say, explain. So he looked at one, he said, you explain. And that guy explained. They asked him another question, he turned to the other one, he said, you explain. You're all my brains. They started explaining. Are those guys, they're fools. Henry Ford make a mincemeat of them. The guy that opened a university called the Oral Roberts University, the same thing he did. He was not educated, but he was wise. So he got all the different professors. That was how that university is made. So when you ask him questions, he will turn on, professor of this field, can you explain? There's what we call other people's money, other people's knowledge. In the world of business, in the world that we live in, your genius is your capacity to assemble all of the different resources that is necessary for your success. All of the resources that is necessary. Great men don't do it by themselves. They are wise enough to have people to support them. Napoleon Hill did it. Les Brown did it. Tony Robbins did it. John Assaraf did it. Dean Grazio did it. All of these great people you see today, they assemble all of the necessary resources, including Elon Musk. He got all of the mind, the brains to help him to launch the rockets. He got all the minds, the brains put together to help him. Even when they were in the factory, he was lying, sleeping with them in a normal cardboard boxes. But all this great mind was working with him. These are wisdom. If you want to be great, you have to ask people to assist you, to stand with you, to help you. So, I'm going to put a cap on this. Today, I'm going to talk more about employing stress techniques. Everything that gives you stress, remove it. I want you to listen very carefully, and I'm going to repeat it again. Everything that gives you stress, remove it. Are you listening to me? Several years ago, someone was giving me stress. I removed that from my life. Yeah, I did. And it's the greatest, what will I call it, decision that I've ever made. Because my energy was being drained on arguments, misunderstanding. And by the way, I was also spending money. But now I save my money. This is the best thing in my life. Whoever deprives you of your peace, I'll say this, get rid of them. If their family members, keep away from them. If your partner, keep away from her or from him. Listen, life is too short. Great people will protect their peace. I will go any length to protect my peace. Peace. I sleep well. I do things well. I don't have argument with people. So it's very, very important. Whoever that is stifling from you, that is draining you, put a stop to it. Even if they've been your friend for 20 years, but they are depriving you of your peace. Because by having peace, you are able to compose yourself. You are able to have a harmonious spirit, mind. If you read the book Think and Grow Rich, on one place you will see where Napoleon Hill said, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. If you want to succeed in this world, your mind must be calm. Your brain must be sharp, alert for productivity. You cannot afford to let anyone dabble in and out of your life at will, anytime they please. No, you cannot do that. Your time is valuable. Your words are valuable. Your brain is valuable. Your attention is valuable. Those are resources. Those are wealth. Those are money. Money is not just what you see. It's not the piece of paper. Wealth and money is the resources that you have. What are the resources you have? Your brain, your mind, your capacity to think, dissect, and to analyze. Those are wealth. Your voice is your power. Your voice is your signature. Even Les Brown will say your voice is your power. Your voice is your signature. My voice is my power, my signature. My voice is my confidence. My voice is my success. All through histories, all through times of histories, all the great men who has ever lived, they used their voice to captivate their audience, to captivate their opponents. Without no voice, there is no words. So protect it. Don't use it for argument. Don't use it for no productivity. Anything that is not productive, don't use your voice. Don't use your attention. Don't use your mind for those things. I have so much to say, but let me just put a cap on it. Employing stress techniques, removing anything that distracts you. In this world, there will always be distractions, so remove it. Anything that stresses you, remove those things. Change the source of your stress. Anything that is the source of your stress, change it. Lowering the effects of stress on your body by employing these techniques of breathing exercise, of going for spa, or singing, dancing, whatever you can do, reading. And then another key thing that I need to say so that I do not forget it is being grateful. The attitude of gratitude. Always be grateful. When you are grateful, don't just say, I am grateful. Say what you are grateful for. When you wake up in the morning, say, I am grateful that my legs are walking today. I am grateful that my eyes can see. I am grateful By the way, it's not your eyes that see, it's your brain that sees. Neuroscience. But I'm grateful that I can see. I'm grateful that I have a belly. I can eat with my belly. There are some people who don't have belly. They put a bag in them. So when they eat, that food goes into the bag. I'm grateful that my kidneys is working. I'm grateful that my liver is working. I'm grateful that my arms are okay. I'm grateful that my legs and feet are okay. Be specific what you're grateful for. I am grateful that I have money to eat. I am grateful today that I can laugh, that I have a friend, I have a partner, I have children, whatever. Be specific. So, lowering the effect of stress. The next thing you need to do is to learn alternative ways of coping. And that's what I've been talking to you about. Alternative ways of coping. Look for other better ways to cope. Okay? And then number 4, attend a stress management course. Attend stress management course. It will help you. It will give you more ideas on how to manage stress. Obviously, seeing your counselor, seeing a therapist is necessary. Talk to people. And then I'm going to stop with this, the last and not the least, group therapy sessions. The more you stay with a group, if you're able to cope with it, as you discuss with group, you will learn from so many group people. You will learn from their experiences, how they managed, how they coped, and things like that will help you. So I just want to wish you this is well, and I want you to stay strong and realize that it's not over yet for you. It's not over. It's not over. It's not over. These too shall pass. These problems you think is overwhelming, you think it's difficult, you will look back and say, I couldn't believe that I came through. Yes, you will come through. Tough time never lasts, but tough people do. I want to wish you all the best. You stay strong. This is well. Bye-bye.